Hey guys, this is Willie D. Thanks for joining me today for this ultralight backpacking gear review. Today we are taking a look at the St. Elmo Fire Quilts 33-liter frameless roll top style ultralight backpack. This pack weighs in at 18.5 ounces with an additional included back pad that is 2.2 ounces, bringing the total weight to 20.7 ounces. The material used on this pack is 210 denier HDPE grid stop material. Main features include a large front mesh pocket, side water bottle holders, a dual adjust hip belt with pockets, stretch comfort sternum strap with a distress whistle, front, side, and bottom bungee cords for cinching gear, and it includes the back pad or an option to use your inflatable sleeping pad, complete with a very nifty nozzle access port. It's a roll top style main compartment with 2 button snaps and top Y strap. It is most comfortable for loads of 25 pounds or less. St. Elmo Fire Quilts is a company of only 1 year in age, based out of a historic district of Chattanooga, Tennessee called St. Elmo. Currently, everything is made personally by the owner and founder, Matthew Chenkus. The company started like many others. He and his friends needed that certain piece of gear. Matthew then began making outdoor quilts for himself and friends before adding the label St. Elmo Fire Quilts. He now sells hammocks, backpacks, quilts, and accessories for all of your ultralight outdoor needs. My personal experience with this pack has been great. Everything stays put, the balance is excellent. It is a simple and extremely functional design, but it still has everything that I need. I decided to push the 25-pound max recommended load for my test, and it passed with flying colors in regards to comfort and function. The 33 liters has plenty of room for even a 3-day, 2-night trip in my opinion, although it is designed with the ultralight thinker in mind. Might want to leave the cast iron pans at home. The personal touch of finding a free St. Elmo Fire Quilts trail wallet in my pack was great, as well as several different stickers and a personal message from Matthew to enjoy the pack on one of his business cards. I definitely felt like a valued customer. In conclusion, 5 out of 5 for me. There's honestly nothing that I don't like about this pack. If you want to learn more, visit stelmofirequilts.com, or you can email sales@stelmofirequilts.com with any of your questions. We had gone back and forth on some emails, and he was always very responsive and went into detail with any questions that I had. Please like, subscribe, and comment below. I look forward to hearing from you, and I appreciate you watching this video. Keep watching for the next segment where I go more in depth with the pack and show you what I was hauling in part 1. Hey guys, this is Willie D here. I've got a pack review for you today, and I would like to take my time on this one and do it justice because this is an amazing product, and I found myself lucky enough to fall into this opportunity to get this pack. So this is St. Elmo Fire Quilts. It is a frameless 33-liter roll top pack, and it is made out of grid stop fabric. I'll go into a little bit more detail on that in just a second, but first I wanted to go over just who St. Elmo Fire Quilts is. So this is a one-man show. His name is Matthew, and he's making these on his own out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. And I've gotten a chance to talk to him quite a bit and ask him about his company and just a lot of things about how he builds them and why he builds them. And so this is through a little bit of an email correspondence that we had together. And he says St. Elmo Fire Quilts is a fairly new, only a year old and started, like most any gear companies, quote, because of a need for specific gear. So there's no better way to get what you want than to build it yourself. I guess that's what he was set out to do. I started making quilts for myself and friends and added some labels. I live in a historic part of Chattanooga called St. Elmo, and the name stuck. So that's how it started. It's a relatively new company, and you know, honestly, he had this pack already made. I stumbled across it on Instagram, and the price, which is, I know, subject to change. I don't know how long it will be this way, but I was lucky enough to pick this up for $179. And if you look at some of the other ultralight gear that's out there today, the price definitely caught my attention. When I looked into the features, it was like everything I wanted. And I actually went with the short size. I'm 5'10", and I weigh 120 pounds, so very skinny. The short pack just seemed right, and I was happy with the decision because it fits like a glove. And I also went with the version with the hip belt. He also, you know, a lot of frameless pack users, depending on how light they're going, prefer to not have a hip belt. I like a hip belt. So anyways, that's a little history of his company and how we ran into each other. And here's some main features of the pack. So again, 33 liter frameless roll top. There is a front mesh pocket that is large enough to fit anything that you need in it. There's the bungee cords here, so you can cinch down everything. There's bungee cords everywhere, so you can get a real nice tight pack that's not going to shift and roll around on you while you're hiking. On the side here, there's water bottle pockets. I usually go with the smart water bottles, like you know, is very popular in the hiking world, but these are Dasani bottles. They're 1 liter each, and there's the bungee cord around the top, which definitely holds it in tightly. It doesn't, you don't feel the water sloshing around back there or anything. It's just a great fit. There is a Y strap on the top. I put my tripod for my camera gear for the footage that you just saw up there. You can, you know, I've never put a bear canister up there. I know that's a thing if you're doing like the JMT or something, but I haven't gotten to try that yet, so I'm sure it would work. And on the back, it comes with a foam sit pad, and this was included with it, and these mesh pockets to make it super easy to remove when you need it, if you want to use it as a sit pad if there's a wet log or something. And one of the really cool features about this, one of my favorites actually after putting it through the test here, is there's a little cutout in the top, and you can actually remove this and use your inflatable sleeping pad as your back pad. And the nozzle goes right through that conveniently placed hole in the mesh. And I can honestly tell you, I've never been more comfortable with any like backpacking gear on my back. It was like a Tempur-Pedic mattress. It just like conformed to your back. It felt so good. It felt like I was laying down about ready for sleep, you know. And any time that you needed to, if you needed a little bit more cushion, you can set it down. The nozzle's already right there, so you just blow a couple puffs into it and you get some more cushion on the back. It was amazing. And so not only did I find it more comfortable, but it also opens up a sleeping pad's worth of space in the main compartment of your pack, which is really, really, really cool. The sternum strap, kind of interesting, has a little stretch to it. So you can pull it not too tight, but as you're walking, if your chest, you know, goes out, it'll stretch with it. So that's, I mean, there's some really nice comfort options on here. Dual adjust hip belt. Me being so skinny, I have no hips. My side just goes straight down to my leg. There's nothing there. So what I find that is really nice is I pull the top straps on the dual adjust a little bit tighter, so the hip belt kind of goes in and it sits really nicely on my hip bone. So that just works great for me. It was super, super comfortable. So I'm going to get into the contents in just a second here, but the basic function of this is if you are going ultralight, you'll find with the contents of my pack, there's several things, including my entire sleeping system, that is not ultralight at all. And there's a lot of gear in here that is not ultralight. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to get my test weight up to 25 pounds exactly, which is what they recommend you stay at or under. And so I wanted to try it out at the maximum recommended weight and God, it was so comfortable. I can't even, you know, it can't be exaggerated. But anyways, couple specs on this pack. Let's see here. The pack is 18.5 ounces, just over a pound. The sit pad is 2.2 ounces. I actually am probably going to pull that out and put my Nemo tensor in there. That weighs 1 pound, so that would cut down on the weight even more. The material on this pack is a 210 denier HDPE grid stop, which stands for high density polyethylene. So just a little bit about that. This is the description from the supplier on the fabric. If you want to skip past this, I understand, but I just want to put it in there anyway for those interested. Let's see here. 210D HDPE grid stop. This popular backpack material is made stronger and more abrasion resistant by an HDPE fiber reinforcement grid on top of the base ripstop pattern. The HDPE grid also yields exceptional tear and tensile strength compared to comparable non-HDPE reinforced pack fibers. This fabric is waterproof, non-breathable, with a PU coating on the backside. This exact HDPE grid stop is used by the best in the business and is a very common material. Now, side note on the Cuban fiber versus the grid stop. Personally, everybody's opinion is going to vary. There is no right or wrong answer. It's whatever you like, but this is my opinion. I think it's great to save ounces, and the lighter you travel, the more comfortable you're going to be. That's fair enough. But I think that the saving 1 ounce mentality, it's slightly overemphasized. So with this pack being 18.5 ounces, it's damn near a pound, which is extremely light for something that you can comfortably carry 25 pounds in. And this is also stronger and less expensive than Cuban fiber. So personally, this material has won me over Cuban fiber. You know, that's just a personal choice, but it does make you think. I think there's more pros actually for this material. So anyways, I'm gonna split to a ground shot here, and I'm gonna show you exactly what I carried in the pack when I was at Mount Airy Forest today. So you can see exactly what I carried. Again, it came out to about 25 pounds on the dot, maybe even closer to 26. So I'll do that now. All right, guys, so I got my pack here. And we're gonna break into this thing, so show you what I was able to pack into this extremely comfortably. Outer mesh pocket. I have a pair of not ultralight, hardy working gloves. I actually prefer to take those with me because when you're breaking sticks for a fire, they just work nicely. I've got an oversized bottle of sunscreen. I have a small can of off bug spray. I have another thing of off Deep Woods bug spray. This one's empty, this one's full. And I have a black diamond headlamp. I carried two 1 liter Dasani bottles. I'm pretty sure that the 1 liter Smart Water bottles would be about the same weight. On the bottom here, on these little bungee ties here, I have a Chair Zero. Like to use that definitely. Now, on the inside here, let's open this up. There's 2 little snap buttons here. There's the main compartment. Here's what I quickly threw together to simulate, you know, a day or two of food. It's a full bag of granola. I've got a couple tortillas, pack of ramen noodles, 3 packs of oatmeal, and an apple. Here's my little stuff sack there. Here's an accessory bag that I carry with me. Has a 1 liter extra platypus there. Here's a Sawyer filter system. I have my MSR pocket rocket stove. Little bottle of sriracha. I have some cord for hanging bear bags at night. Hand sanitizer, toothbrush. Watertight matches just in case my lighter goes out on me. And toilet paper, wet ones. And here's the little case there. So I'll just keep all this stuff back in the same thing. So there's my accessory pack there. I have my MSR titanium pot with a canister about full and a Sea to Summit 2-cup little collapsible cup there. I have an REI synthetic puffy jacket just packed down into its pocket there. I think that's pretty nifty. I have a Nemo tensor sleeping pad that weighs 1 pound. I have an Eno Sub 6 hammock, and I have this suspension system that goes along with it, an Osprey rain cover, a Nemo inflatable pillow, and now on to the not ultralight gear. This is an REI Quarter Dome 210. It weighs about 3.5 pounds. It's pretty bulky compared to the ultralight stuff. So, you know, that takes up a lot of space, and even this 33 liter is fine. Here's my sleeping bag. This is lightly compressed. It's about 3.5 pounds as well. This is a synthetic 30-degree bag that I got for $35 or something off the internet there. So that's some of the heavier gear. And first aid kit. Now in the hip belt pockets, I have a bag of Chex Mix, and I have some little vacuum sealed things that are, you know, great for just getting some quick protein if you're hiking and you need it. In the other hip belt pocket, I carry my Anker 10,000 whatever power bank. It charges your phone about 4 times. Very cool device. And then I have 4 loose AAA batteries that, you know, I usually carry just in case my headlamp will go out on me. The only criticism I think that this pack could receive, and I base this based on what I've read about Hyperlight Mountain Gear's packs, is you might know where I'm going with this, but the hip belt pockets being too small. Now, I'm not a believer in that personally, because I think that these hip belt pockets are completely proportionate to the function and capacity of this particular pack. But I just want to try to sway you on this, and, you know, any opinion is fine, but if you can't fit your iPhone 10 into the hip belt pocket, Matthew can make you a custom shoulder pouch, or you could put it in your main compartment, you could put it in the outside mesh. There's many different places that you can put that. Personally, I like to keep the hip belt pockets open for snacks and other things. So that's just an opinion, but the obsession with the hip belt pockets needing to be balloons, just huge, I think we need to reevaluate what we bring or where we put it. I don't know. And if you do that, there's no problem with the cell phone being too big. I don't know. They're a great size. I mean, I don't know if you can see that, but my whole fist past my wrist could fit in this pocket, and it has some depth to it. You can put all kinds of snacks for a whole day in there. So here we go. We'll pull this out. There's the sit pad. And then what I'm going to do is flip this inside out, and you can see the number 15 on there. Just so you can see, probably can't see it perfectly well, but I did take a look at the stitching, and it is just fantastic. Everything is, even the corners are just real neat and tidy. And I could see that if you didn't know what you were doing and you were trying to craft, if you were not excellent at crafting, that even the slightest mismeasurement could be disastrous with your pack sitting at a slant on your back, or, you know, lopsided. This thing is just completely square, just totally distributed perfectly and even. So I couldn't be more impressed. And, you know, in conclusion, I just wanted to get the word out about this company and what they do. And Matthew, the owner, and he's very dedicated to making his customer happy. And, you know, I felt very important when I was dealing with him. And now, I don't know if I'm just speaking from a personal experience, but with my pack, trying to get this, he threw in some stickers. He threw in 2 of these, and then this one. So that was very nice. And also a little trail wallet that says St. Elmo Fire Quilts. Trying to get it in focus there. There we go. And it's super streamlined, and I'll definitely be taking that hiking with me when I go. Let's see if I can get that focused. There we go. So that was very nice, and Matthew, if you're watching this video, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I give the pack a 5 out of 5, maybe a 6 out of 5. I can't wait to get out on some longer trails with it and really put it through the tests. I thank you for watching the video. Go outside, hike, camp, enjoy the world, enjoy nature, leave no trace, have fun, and lead fulfilling lives out in nature, and get some exercise. Thanks for watching. Again, this is Willie D. Thanks for joining me. Peace out.